as we move into 2026, we're looking at what we need to reflect on in 25 so we can release that energy and come into 26 much lighter, much freer. So I've just done a pick apart on Insta, and it was very interesting, so I thought I would extend it here. So if you've not seen that, are you drawn to pile A, pile B, or pile C? It was a really interesting card pull because a lot of the cards are similar. There'll still be an individual message here for you depending on which pile you're drawn to. Try to choose with your third eye rather than just your human eyes. And I'm doing this a little bit differently. There's a lot of energy within these cards, and we're going to go into a slightly deeper look at what this means for each of you. And if you would like an individual message, just move the cursor along to a certain point, and that will be an individual message from your guides. Okay, let us begin. If you chose pile A, then this is your card. Just going to move these to the side. Now we go into the number 8. We've got 35 that goes into the number 8, which is the affinity symbol. So I feel that this response has been something that you've been dealing with for a while, maybe even lifetimes. It's almost like grounded in your DNA. And it's very much along of, it's like trying to fit in is the energy that I got from it. What you're trying to do is change the exterior rather than change the interior. So we've got a woman here who is tired, and it's not about gender, a person who is tired and worn out. She's journaling, she's writing, she's reading, she's trying to be somebody different. She is trying to change her frequency. This is what I'm getting with the chimes, and the bubbles is, you know, keep me protected, keep me a certain way so I'm safe. This is not what's written in the card. This is the energy that I'm getting from my guides. I work very differently. If you're new to my work, then welcome to the channel. My name's Luna. I'm the spiritual warrior. And my main gift is I'm a clairsentient and claircognizant. I do work with clairvoyance and clairaudience, but my team of guides feed me very different information from the cards that I use, and that's what I'm working with at the moment. I feel like there has been cycles where you're trying to grow into, I get very much an Empress energy, which is all about nurturing and growing and formulating your own life and formulating what it is you want rather than pleasing everybody else. We've got the bonsai tree here, which is about growth. It's about, you know, it's fine tuning is what they're giving me with the bonsai. It may be worth you looking up about what its actual spiritual meaning is, but what I'm getting here is, you know, it needs care, it needs attention to have this delicate exterior to grow. My understanding of the bonsai tree is very difficult to get it grow. It needs a lot of pruning, a lot of attention. And when you're trying to fit into somebody else's thought belief in who you should be, that's exhausting. You know, you can never change the exterior. You can't make it calm. You can't make the exterior peaceful unless you move yourself away and completely isolate yourself. So, and then it's very lonely, and then you miss everything else that's around that's joyful, especially this time of year. So it's interesting that this has come up. You know, sometimes, you know, relationships are too complicated, or I'm not going to see my family because they're too triggering. But then what elements do you miss of that? Yes, it brings you some peace, but then how lonely does your life get? You can't always change the exterior. Well, you can never change the exterior because that's other people. You can't control it. You can only control it when it's your rules, your house, your way. You have to work on the interior. You have to work on regulating the nervous system. You have to work on the traumas, the griefs, the upsets that have happened in your life thus far, and maybe in other lives that you've brought in with you in this life. When you get balance and when you get peace inside of yourself, then the exterior doesn't matter so much because you don't feel so triggered. You don't feel so offended. You don't feel wounded. Or you do, but you brush it off. You know, the example I give when I'm working with my clients is when You know, someone says, oh my goodness me, what have you done to your hair? And you're like, oh God, what's wrong with it? Do you not like it? Oh, your hair's blue. It's like, what a stupid color. And when you know your hair's not blue, it's like, well, what are you talking about? You don't think about it. It doesn't even touch you. Inner peace is a little bit like that. It's their opinion, and they could be right. But you go with your truth, and you go with your alignment, and you don't let somebody dysregulate your nervous system, because it's only you that controls your mind. You do have a choice in how you react to somebody. I'm not saying that's easy, because there's pain and words can be painful. But when you become at peace with yourself, when you let go of the energy that gets thrown at you with, it can just literally fall off you like slime. So there is an element that you can control, and the more at peace you get with yourself, the more that element grows and grows and grows. They're just words, they're just sentences, they're just that person's own projection. They can't deal with their own energy, so they project it onto you. And I'm going to be doing a lot more work in 2026 with you guys in and around this, because it's so important. Because once you get that inner peace, you become this unshakable light. This unshakable light where you can grow and you can become the person that you want to be, because you don't care what anybody else thinks. You can still be kind, you can still be gracious, but you can also walk away. If anything that's not bringing you peace, you say, you know, I love you, I wish you the best, and I'm going over here. This is how I choose to live my life. And you can come over, but I don't want to listen to this. Or, you know, go work on your stuff. Be happy within your own place, where you don't need to offload that onto somebody else. We should be able to control our own emotions. Even if people have a different opinion, they could be right. Who knows? You know, sit with that for a moment. Sit with the energy of, how can I start working within in 2026, and not just trying to change the whole element of 2020 like I've been doing in 2025. You know, I go into meditation, I isolate myself, I journal, but how much of that is living in the real world? Remember, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. You are supposed to experience the human conditioning, the human reaction, the human feeling. This is why you're here, to experience that, and then to bring yourself peace. When you sit in that moment, if you really look at her for this moment, when she lets it all go, when she lets the masks drop, when she lets the readings drop, when she allows the wind chime to blow in its own breeze, there is a moment of peace here. Just being who you want to be. You know, what comes to me, what my guides bring to me, is actually she's got the jester outfit on. I've never noticed that before. I'm trying to make everybody happy. Oh, spirit shivers. That's not your job. It's not your job to bring other people peace. It's not your job to make other people happy. It's your job to make you happy, to make you feel alive, to make you feel excited about the day that you wake up. That's your job. Let's get some more information about that. Like I said, a lot of energy in and around this card, which is why I wanted to do an extended reading. I've not done these readings for very much of 2025, just through busyness and other projects. I'm going to be starting doing these again in 2026. So what else do we need to know from Harley? Yeah. The Tower. People always get freaked out by the Tower. The Tower's not a bad card. It's just things coming quick out of your control. You're not ready for them. You know, dramatic change. Now, that change can be good. Shake up can be good. Letting go of stuff can be good. Embarking on a new journey can be good. Inviting the new energy of 2026 in. This is good. There might be a little bit of disruption, but this is showing you exactly that you can't control the external energy. You can only control you. That's all you can control. How you react to it, how you move forward with it, how you decide to let it affect you. Let's get a few more cards. I just recognise it's quite dark in here. I think I need another light. What else does Pile A need to know? Oh, there you go. Yep. Four Swords in reverse. You know, the Four Swords in the upright is all about healing. It's about, you know, taking that solitude, that introspection, taking the wisdom with all the owls here. But when it's in the reverse, it's kind of anxiety, restlessness, burnout. You're not seeing what you need to see. What else? Go into your heart space. The Ace of Cups. Such a beautiful card. Now, cups are about, they're that water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They're about that feeling, that reward. How do I treat myself? How do I keep this cup of love full for myself? How do I shine? How do I grow into this amazing pearl? One of a kind. I can't be anybody else. I can only be me. That's all I need to be. When I'm not me, I don't feel the love coming in. Knight of Cups in reverse. Unrequited love. I don't feel the love is being returned. Nobody seems to bring that love to me. Well, how can they? You're sat on your own, in your own little world, in your own house, apartment. It has to be this way. I can't let anybody in. It has to be this way. So for 2026, work on the interior, work on you so you can grow and let more people in. So you can feel the love from outside. So you can feel, you know, in the work of Byron Katie, I look forward to this feeling. You know, I look forward to the anxiety because what the world is showing me that I'm not yet healed. Expect miracles in your life. Expect miracles to come to you. When you believe, we're going into the month, the week, the year of manifestation, all those New Year's resolutions, yeah? But you have to believe that these things are possible. It's not like you sit down and you wait for them to come. You still have to do the work. You still have to put things in motion, put the wheel in motion, let go of control. Allow your guides and spirit to bring in things out the blue. Deal with them. Get over the hurdles. Keep going. Recognize the isolation. You know, some quiet time is great. But what is it you really want? I hope that helps, Pile A. Lots and lots of energy coming in with this. If you chose Pile B, let's have a look at what brings in for you. Okay, we have this beautiful card, the 33 number, the angelic number as I see it. Messages from spirit, messages from above. And what I was getting earlier was this great wisdom with the kingfisher. The kingfisher is a very spiritual animal. Have a look at that if you want to have more meaning coming in with that. This woman is taking a pause. She has patience. It feels like it's not quite the right time to make a judgment. She sits and watches the ripples move out as she It's almost like a fishing line. I'm watching the fish, I'm watching the movement, I'm watching everyone's movement in and around me. And I'm not stressed by what everyone else is doing. I'm reflecting, I'm waiting to make my own move because I have poise. I believe in myself. I see myself as this shining bright light. And I'm watching how I react and how the ripple effect comes out. And sometimes to sit and watch and wait is the best thing. We don't always need to make decisions straight away. We don't always need to get everything in an alignment. You know, life unfolds. Where we're supposed to be is present. Present, watching all the things that are going on in the moment. Enjoying the fish as they swim. Enjoying watching that hypnotic element. You know, it's like what I've just noticed here. I think it's a ship. I don't know whether you can see it. In the darkness, there's a ship in rough waters. But what she's choosing to focus on is the calmness of how the waves move. And rather than creating turmoil and being affected by the exterior, she's choosing a different path. She's choosing just to be still and letting the external energy just do what it needs to do because you can't control it. In a lot of ways, pile B is almost like a progression of pile A. Once you figure pile A out, you can move into this stillness. This, even with the angelic number, it's, you know, it's that peacefulness that's inside. The kingfisher sits and waits and watches. Thank you, Spirit. They're very specific before they go in and get what it is they need. They sit, they wait, they pause. There's a stillness in the moment. So whatever is going on with you, pile B, you need to be still and not make a decision just yet. It's not the right time to make the decision. Let's pull some more cards in and around this. What else does pile B need to know? Oh, okay, that came out quick. New beginnings. Okay, I love this. I love this. You know, as there's almost the single butterfly transforming, the loyal dog, the person traveling light. I'm moving into a new phase, a good phase with the 33 number. Well, the good phase, if I see it in a good way. You know, this card is very much about perception. I can see the rough waters. I can see the ship struggling, trying to control the waves, impossible. Or I can take a moment to sit back and decide how I want my life to be, how abundance I want it. You know, there is this element, there's a barrenness here with this card, with the Fool. The Fool travels lightly. It moves into a new beginning, an exciting new beginning, but doesn't need to take the baggage of the past with him. Just a flower of hope is what I heard. That flower of hope comes from within. It's the internal. The external, where his is barren, there's no reason to stay. There's no reason to stay. We always would take a moment, pause, and leave the rough waters behind. Going into a place that's calm, that's beautiful, that has this element of hope. There's a desire here to create in a different world, to create in a different life. There's a transformation that has happened. You know, this is great energy coming in for you, pile B. What else does pile B? These cards are flying out. Okay, if this is financial for you, you know, take it as it resonates, because it's going to be different for everyone. General collective reading. The Ace of Pentacles is about tangible reality, what's rooted in your world. The Pentacles are, which may include a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's slow moving. It's in our reality. It's about small wins, beginning something, receiving, prosperous, stability, new beginnings. 2 cards of new beginnings. Can be financial. Root yourself in where it is you want to go. You know, we've got the male peacock up in the trees here, almost camouflaged, waiting. We have the kingfisher waiting. We have this figure waiting. He's kind of waiting. If you look here, there's a crack in the ground. It's not quite stepped over it. Some cards, he's actually leaping. He's just waiting to go. So don't make a decision just yet. It doesn't feel like it's the right time, but it will be. 8 of Pentacles in reverse, failure. Lack of concentration, lack of focus. Sometimes this is a workaholic. You're not seeing what's right in front of you. So there is a moment to stop and pause and enjoy the present moment for some. And for others, it's like, chill out. It's just what I actually heard take a chill pill. Work smarter, not harder. Oh, massive spirit shivers then. So for some of you, work smarter, not harder. Yeah. Don't suppress the pain. It's impossible. You can't suppress emotions. If you have aches and pains within your body, it's because you've not released it emotionally. Hold the area that you have aches and pains for and see what the body is trying to tell you. There's sadness here. There's grief. How can you release the grief before you make a decision? Just pull an extra card. Okay, 2 extra cards. Sit and watch and wait. How many cards have we got about watching and waiting? Patience. The Knight of Wands is more about adventure. Messages coming in, I also heard. So if you're waiting for a letter, you're waiting for a message, it's coming in. And through that, you're going to be able to almost get your mojo back and make a decision. But don't rush it at the moment. Let's get a card of guidance for you, Pile B. Meditation. Another card about reflection and waiting. Okay, I can't say any more. It's like, it's very, very clear. Okay, let's go into Pile C. If this is your card, here's your reading. And here we have another card about reflection, about sitting and waiting at time. The sand moves down through the glass. You can't control it. Time goes. It goes quickly. It doesn't feel like it goes quickly when you're younger, but when you get into a different stage of life, you sort of look back and go, where did that all go? The bits I didn't enjoy, the bits that I wish I had now. Also, tuning into your third eye and really understanding about the present, about finding elements from the past. So for me, the third eye is the spiritual eye, but that gives a different focus on the past, on time that has passed. If you're looking at time that has passed still with regret, still with sadness, then there is work to be done. Very much like Pile A. All of this feels like it's a progression. You move from A to B to C. Now you're reflecting back on the past, but also wanting to be present and moving into the future. Taking your time, knowing that it is a precious gift. Seeing it in your human eyes, but also in your spiritual eyes. Your spiritual eye is about a greater understanding. The human gets caught up in the ego. I have to be right. They were wrong. They did this. Pointing the finger. It's your fault. Nobody's ever at fault. Everybody just does what they feel is right at the time. Good or bad. You can't change what has happened. You can change it happening again because you learn and you grow and you look at your part in it. Take your part. You fell into that and fell out of it. You had to experience that for whatever reason, because you did experience it. You can't change it. What can you take from it? What can you take from the past and bring into the present? What is it? What sand do you need to let go of as you move into 2026? Again, she sits and she waits. The energy that I get from this is almost a little bit dazed, though. You know, it's like you're aware, but you're not really integrating this at the moment. There needs to be a greater integration. And that is accepting everything that has happened thus far. If you can go into your third eye rather than the egoic human eye and see your part in it, seeing where you could have changed things, seeing where you were wrong. You can't change the other person. You can only change yourself. Again, you go within. You sit and wait. You wait your time to make the right move for you. Life is just about you. And that's not that you don't extend help and happiness and joy to others, but ultimately it's about your journey. What I'm being drawn to here is the 4 points that sit on top of this that was really bringing me into creating your own stability. The number 4 is about your foundation. It's about your balance. It's about communication, expansion. You know, what is your stability? Your stability is being stable in who you are. And finding the power, thank you, Spirit, finding the power with everything that has happened, even when you felt that it has disempowered you. If you felt somebody has taken your power, it's because you let them. And I know that's difficult, but if you look enough, you will see that. I've seen that in my life. I gave my power away. They took it, but I gave it away. I could have said no. I could have walked away. I didn't. For lots of reasons. We always have our reasons. We always have our story. This is not about blame. This is not about you should have done it differently. You did it as you did it. But it's about seeing your actions within this. And not to waste any more time on it. Beating yourself up. Should have, could have, would have. Find the power in your actions of the past and of the present. Okay, what else does Pile C need to know, please? I love this job. You just couldn't make it up. You know, it brings me such joy to be able to give messages like this to people. Because it can be tough out there. The spiritual journey can be tough. This isn't about trying to get an anchor on the future so you know what to do. It's about resonating with how you already feel inside. That's how I want my readings to work for you. This is about growing. It's not about, you know, mystical Meg and I know this is going to happen, because everything is fluid. Nothing is set in stone. Not timing-wise. It'll happen eventually. But when you go within, that's when you get your strength. Where you see where you went wrong, you knocked into the tower. Yeah, you knocked into the pillar. Doesn't matter. You can still hold it. You can fix it. You can glue it. You can band-aid it. And then you keep your strength. You don't give it away. Very, very interesting cards. Okay, Spirit, what else does Pile C need to know? Such a lovely reading. This has been on my mind to do these readings much more regularly on here. Okay, what else does she need to know? Interesting that I said she as well. Okay, we've got the Hierophant in reverse. So there's an element of this that you've seen before that you're not learning from. Repetitive cycle. You know, the Hierophant is about, it's not also classical lessons, because the Hierophant is like kind of being outside of the box. You know, it's about not being traditional, being institutionalized. And well, in reverse, it's about changing that tradition. Unconventional lifestyle. You can be unconventional. Doesn't matter. Be how you want to be. You're not celebrating your life. This is a fallout with somebody. This is bad feeling. You feel like you've wasted time. Maybe this is a relationship that's not worked out. Hear my throat chakra going. You're not speaking your truth, either to yourself or to somebody else. You want a new beginning, but you're not stepping into it. You're not stepping into it. You're holding back. This doesn't align with you, Pile C. There's not alignment. Got a lot on your mind. Let's pull one more. Why are they not stepping forward? Why are they holding back? You're holding on. Fear. Four of Pentacles holds on. Clinging too tightly. Past issues. You want to just let it go. Be strong. Let it go. Allow life to flow. Because this is not making you happy. Guidance. Oh, you got it. Okay. I love this. Support is all around you. Truth and integrity. You know your truth. At the moment, you're not sitting in it. You're sitting in somebody else's truth. And you're watching time go. I hope this helps, warriors. If these readings resonate, then do check out my website, thespiritualwarrior.uk. If you want to tune into your own intuition, I am running a psychic development course. This starts on the 13th of January. There's a current New Year offer on with this, so do check out the website or all the links where you see this. Sending you much love and light.